Okay, hi guys, so this is part 2, that's 4, Vicky, 4. This is part 2 of my foundation collection, and in part 1 you would have seen my drugstore collection, and in this part I'm going to talk more about my higher end foundations. The first higher end foundation I'm going to talk about today is going to be my Lancome Teint Idolé Ultra 24-Hour Foundation. Now, I used to love this foundation. Like, this was one of the only high-end foundations I owned for a long time. It gave me a nice, like, demi-matte finish, and it lasted for ages on my skin. But for some reason, I just found that it just suddenly changed, and I don't know, it just didn't keep me as matte as I would like it to have done. So maybe my skin just became more oilier and it needed something better, I don't know. But this is a really good foundation. I still really like it. It's so strange how your skin just changes. My shade, if I'm correct, is number 13. So yeah, so really like it. I've been through about 3 bottles of these over the years, and I really like it. Now, the next higher end foundation I'm going to talk about is this, which is the Naked Skin Urban Decay Foundation. Now, this particular foundation, I found that a lot of people seem to hype up about. I don't know, I don't see the hype about it. It claims to be weightless, ultra definition liquid foundation. It is quite light on your skin. I think I like more of a coverage with my foundations, and I just think I prefer something that was a bit more matte. I don't know, I'm just not as excited by this particular foundation than a lot of people. I think if you've got dry skin, this may work for you a lot better than it did for me. Okay, this next foundation was super hyped, and I'm just shaking it up a bit. This is the NARS Luminous Silk All Day Luminous Silk Foundation, the really long name. This foundation was seriously hyped up over the summer this year. And the shade that I'm in is New Guinea, which is the medium dark range. I like it. I don't love this foundation. It does give you a nice finish, but I will say that I prefer my Giorgio Armani, which I'll show you in a minute, a luminous silk foundation, over this one. Like, they do claim that you can use it one pump and that you should use your finger to apply it best. I've tried that. I've tried one pump. No. One pump does not work for me. So yeah, I typically use about 2 to 3 pumps with this foundation, and I don't like using my fingers to apply foundation, so yeah, that just wasn't going to work for me. It's good, but I don't think it's the best one out there. Now, the next foundation I'm going to talk about is this, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is basically my favourite foundation. If anyone ever asks, what's Vicky's favourite foundation? This is my favourite foundation. I actually recently did an interview with brownbeautytalk.com, and I'll link the article down below, but they asked me, you know, what was one product that I couldn't live without, and it was this, my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now I use like loads of different ones because I'm always testing out different foundations, but I always go back to this. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it since, what's the time? I've been wearing it since about 8 o'clock this morning, and the time now is about 2:30 in the afternoon, and like nothing's changed. I literally, this shine here is so Hollywood from Anastasia, the highlighter, but yeah, I just love this foundation. So if anyone ever wants to know, where can I get a foundation that will last all day because my skin is oily and I don't want it to you know, come off my face, this is the best for me personally. I love this foundation. I'm in the shade 6W1, which is Sandalwood. This is quite a popular shade actually, but I would say definitely go and get color matched, because I've bought I've bought a couple of these foundations in the wrong shade for me because I didn't get color matched. The next foundation I'm going to talk about is this foundation. This is the Marc Jacobs, I think this is the Genius Gel Fluid, Supercharged Genius Gel Fluid. I haven't really used this foundation enough to comment too much about it. What I do know is that I didn't think it worked that great on me, but I need to use it a bit more to kind of test it out a bit more. When I actually got the foundation though, it came like it was leaking. Can you see that? So yeah, I just need to play around with this foundation a bit more to comment on it. But the shade I'm in this one is 84 Cocoa Medium, and in Marc Jacobs, that's my shade. Cocoa Medium is my shade in Marc Jacobs range. It's the newer Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I think I picked this up from Sephora, and Sephora do ship to the UK. The US Sephora ships to the UK, by the way, guys. Okay, so the problem with this particular foundation is that I found that when I put it on, it gave me a grey kind of look. Like, it's not pretty, it's quite grey. It looks, when you first apply it, it looks like it will look really nice. It matches my skin really nice. And then when it starts to dry, it just like oxidizes into like a grey finish. And I'm not the only person that said that. If you look for this online and you see like darker skin tones, you know, applying it, you'll see that they have the same problem. So I think it's something to do with the formula of this, but it just doesn't work. And I mean, I'm gonna use it a bit more, but when I first used it, that's what I found, and I wasn't impressed because that's Marc Jacobs, and Marc Jacobs isn't cheap, and yeah, I was not impressed with that. So just forewarning you. Okay, the next high-end foundation is this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This particular foundation, I had people commenting, well, some people commenting, telling me that I was wrong in terms of the shading, guys. No, I'm not wrong in terms of the shading. Now, number 10 is actually darker than number 11. I don't know why, but that's what it is. It's strange. It really is. It's strange. But number 10 is darker than number 11, and number 12 is the darkest one. And I picked up number 12. I didn't get matched or anything, but I picked up number 12, and that was too dark for me. And when you order from them, you can order some samples as well. So I also ordered number 10 and 11 as my samples. And what I ended up having to do was mix all of them into this bottle, and that gave me a better match. But I just don't love this foundation. I don't know why. People seem to love it or hate it, or are just indecisive about it. I just don't really like it that much. I will use it, but it's just not my favorite foundation. It's like £29.50, which I thought was actually quite surprising for Charlotte Tilbury, because I thought she would be much higher in her price range. But yeah, I just didn't like this that much. Sorry guys, but anyway. Okay, this next foundation is Makeup Forever's HD foundation. I also have the Ultra HD foundation, but I'll just show you this one because I can't find the other one at the moment for some reason. I haven't tried the Ultra one, so I can't say the difference between them, but I do have a review up. I didn't love this foundation. One thing I will say though is that this foundation is amazing for photography. Like, if you're taking pictures, this is the best foundation. I love it. But I didn't love it in terms of its wear on me. I just think it's better for normal dry skin than oily combination skin, personally. Now then, this next foundation, okay. This is the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation, and I got it in the shade Deep 72. This is a very, very, very orange foundation for me, Deep 72. I don't know who will fit this kind of orange tone. I just think it's way too orange, and this is what I had to use this with, my whitening drop, because it was too orange. But what I will say is that it lasts forever on your skin. It's kind of like Estee Lauder, but I just find Estee Lauder to be more comfortable to wear. This one is very, very, very high coverage, full coverage, lasts for a long time, but the shading was just off for me personally. Now, my lovely, I love this foundation. This is the Luminous Silk, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I love this foundation. I did a whole get ready with me with this foundation recently, and I'll link that video down below. But I love it. If you can ever pick this foundation up, definitely pick it up. I think this will work on normal, dry, oily skin. Like, it just looks amazing. It makes your skin, it's not mattifying, it makes your skin look like skin. I don't know how else to explain it. I keep saying that, but it does. Just makes your skin look like skin. It's so good. I think I picked mine up from Debenhams. I'm in the shade number 13. All right, so this foundation is the newest MAC foundation, which is the Studio Water Weight Foundation. This, I'm in the shade, in MAC, I'm in the shade NW45 for everything. So I will say that I don't love this foundation. Not a fan of it. This is definitely if you're dry skin. And also, I think if you have quite good skin in terms of like very little hyperpigmentation or problem skin, then this is great for you, because it's a very lightweight, light coverage foundation, which gives you more of a dewy look. Great for days where you just want to look like you haven't got makeup on. And this next foundation is, I've got a backup because I love this foundation over summer. But this is my backup. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I love it. It lasts forever on my skin. Again, it's more of like a demi matte finish. It's not a complete matte finish, but I really do love this foundation. In terms of waterproof, I don't know about that claim, but I don't know. It works well for me personally. Okay, this next foundation is the Black Up Mattifying Fluid Foundation, which I really like, but the problem with this is that it's very orange based. My shade is number 14 in this one. Yeah, it lasts for a long time, but it's orange based. It gives you more like a demi matte finish. I love the way it lasts and it looks on my skin in terms of its finish, but the color range and the color shading, I just find it a bit orange for me. This next one is the MAC Pro Longwear Studio Fix Foundation, which I mentioned recently in my current favorites, and I still really like it. It lasts so long on my skin. I love it. If I don't want to wear my Estee Lauder, I wear this one basically. I know people have problems with MAC foundation sometimes, but for me it just works. So yeah, loving it. The Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer, and it's in the shade SX12, and it's basically a very light foundation, and I tend to use it more as a under eye highlight. But I find that this creases on me so bad, but I just find it very difficult to use because it's very thick and creamy, and I need to make more use of that. But yeah. And then this last foundation, I haven't tried. This is new for me. This is the Becca Evermatte Shine Proof Foundation in Sandalwood. I've heard good things about it, that it's supposed to be really good. So looking forward to trying that out. If you want me to try it out with you on camera, then let me know. But yeah. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my foundation collection. Hopefully with the first video and this video it was very informative. I know I've got a lot. Don't say anything. I know I've got a lot. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, take care and see you soon. Alright, bye guys. Ciao. It just looks really nice on my skin and I'm very impressed by this.